Don't forget about the 5 Flex. In fact, let me give you a number on that. $200 gets it home on any card you choose. If you have an HSN card, it's available on 18 months financing, so it's $55 to get yours. We've sold out of the sand, I'm sorry. The orange, less than 100 to go around there for the rest of the day. Fair warning, we have the black, and then here's Miss Lori on the blue, and so is Doug Hensel. So less than 200 in the blue now.
I love this blue. And remember, we already sold out of the sand, right? It was the first time we've ever offered that color. We have never offered this really cool, vibrant electric blue color either, Callie. So I guarantee you before day's end, the blue will be sold out. I guarantee the orange will be sold out because that's limited quality too. You know, you see a lot of black e-bikes, right? We both have that color, Callie. You see a lot of gray e-bikes too as well. You do not see a lot of electric blue e-bikes. You don't really see a lot of that really nice, vibrant orange in e-bike too either as well. So I highly advise you jump on those colors. It's very rare that you see those colors. But remember, you have a 500-watt motor on this GoPlus bike. Okay, you have a 36-volt rechargeable battery that actually you can take out of the aluminum alloy frame to be able to charge anywhere and everywhere that you want to go. You're going to get up to 45 miles on a single charge and a top speed of 20 miles an hour. You can easily fold this up in 3 easy steps. The seat height is adjustable, so whether you're 4 foot or 6 foot, you also can adjust your handlebars too as well, so you can customize this. I love the fact that it has that low step over frame. You see that lowest point right above the chain and the pedals right there, Callie? I
agree with you, Doug.
It's only 18 inches tall. So let's say, you know, remember back in the day, you got a 10-speed or you got a bike, you had to sling your leg way over like you were trying to mount a horse just to get onto your bicycle. Those days are long over, long gone. Look at that low step over frame. That's a brand new design. So all you have to do is just step over just like exactly.
This. There's no bar
show
here.
that again. I want, yeah, look how easy that is. And Callie, now tell me, once you step over, is it easier and more stable for you to be able to have the bike because of that low step over frame?
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. You can stand, sit. I mean, you can adjust that seat high, low. This goes up and down too. The handlebars too, correct?
Absolutely. Handlebars are adjustable. Callie's already adjusted her seat because she's a part of that professional e-bike riders club, right, that we talked about earlier.
I own 3. Over the course of 3.5 years, I've collected 3 e-bikes for my family, and we love them.
Now, I want to show you something. Now, I want you to grab those brakes, grab the brakes real tight, and hold on to them. And now I want you to push down a little bit, okay?
Oh, the shocks.
Yeah, I want you to see this. See the shocks?
Ooh.
So as Callie's going a little bit off-road, right? Maybe she's going over some construction. Maybe she's on grass. Maybe she's trail riding. You have these built-in shocks that are going to absorb any of that crazy impact that you may get when you're off-roading. So the folks at GoPower have thought of everything. Now, maybe you want a smoother ride. Maybe you're just on a flat surface, okay? And you can actually switch this. So for those bike riders, maybe this is a gift for somebody. Maybe it's for yourself, and you have been riding bikes for years. You can easily lock that so you have a nice ride too that's straight across, you know, a straight plane. So, you know, you get your front and rear fenders, right? It just rained earlier today.
You just reminded me of what a big deal that is. Mine does not have a fender.
Oh,
so
yeah,
if it's a muddy day, like yesterday's Kentucky Derby, all that mud just gets flicked up into your face. So those are the little details that make such a difference too.
Yeah, and you can see, you know, this tire, it's extremely dirty, right? Because it was raining outside, and we ride these bikes. Don't just think because we're in the studio right now that we don't ride we get after it. We are off-road and we're riding in our little woods area out here, back out of the studio. So you see all of this dirt that's on there. This is what you want. You want to adventure on your bike.
Here I go.
That's why.
Bye-bye now.
That's why you have those knobby tires, those big fat boy 20-inch tires. But you also have all the safety features, which are extremely important too. You have front and rear disc brakes. You have that front headlamp. So if you're riding and you're maybe riding a little bit longer than you thought and it starts to get dark or dusk or at night, you have that headlamp so you can see where you're riding. You have a rear brake light too as well, so anybody behind you can see. So all those traditional things that you normally would need safety-wise, you have them. They're not extra. They are already built in to the GoPlus bike. Once again, our friends at GoPower have thought of everything. They're an absolute industry leader. And Callie, I want to talk to you about their customer service.
Okay.
If for some reason you need something, okay, the customer service is located right here in the United States of America. You're gonna talk to somebody who's local, somebody who's a bike expert from the GoPower team, and they even will get on a video call and walk you through something if for some reason you need something. Now, I personally have 3 GoPower branded bikes. I've never needed anything, but they stand by their customer service. I think that is extremely important. Most of the time with customer service, you can't get anybody on the phone. Most of the time, you might not be able to really fully understand somebody, and then they're trying to tell you what to locate on the bike.
That is the worst feeling.
It's
you're
horrible.
like, I'm so sorry, I just can't understand what you're saying.
But how about the fact that they will get on a video call with you and say, oh, okay, you need help adjusting the handlebars? Well, let's see where you're at. Hold the video, camera. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah.
So they really do stand by their product. And
Not
I think
that you're gonna need it because, well, I don't know if you heard this part, if you're just tuning in. It comes fully assembled.
Yes.
There's never been an e-bike we've offered that has come fully assembled. This one does. And I know with a time limit, because we've got certain shows all day that we're hoping to make this through a big Sunday of programming, but at this point we're close to 400 gone. That is about halfway through the quantities that we even have for today, and this is essentially our second show. It's been seen a couple of times during the overnights, but you've got first dibs. Unfortunately, sand is no longer an option. It's gone. The orange, which I think is so fantastic, it's one of my favorite colors. It's available. This blue is available. It's an electric blue at that. And, ooh, there's 98 in the blue?
Oh, wow.
Oh, 198. I'm like,
okay,
what?
I was like, holy smokes.
Okay, thank goodness. But then there is also black. So keep that in mind. There's the 3 color choices. It's nice to have your own distinct color.
Absolutely. I want to talk about that 500-watt motor, right? Because, you may be thinking, well, what exactly is 500 watts? Like, what's the difference between 200 watts, 1,000 watts, 500 watts, right? So 500 watts is the size of the motor. Now, I know it's kind of deceiving right here because you can't see us. I'm going to lift up this pannier bag that you get. So that 500-watt motor is what you're seeing in this wheel well right here. So imagine just like the motor of your car, right? Pushing, that car forward. Well, that's what this is doing. This is actually pushing your bike and that rear wheel and all of the rest of your bike forward. But listen, when I grab this throttle, I want you to hear the sound of that 500-watt motor kick on. So listen.
Yeah.
That taking off, that's that 500 watts constantly pushing. So remember, you don't even have to have your feet on the pedals. You can let the throttle, let the bike do the work for you if you want. You actually have choices.
It's the coolest
if you go
thing
get a
to
normal
me.
bicycle, you don't have choices.
No, you don't.
You have to
My son
pedal
has a
or you're not going anywhere.
Exactly. My son has a fixed gear bike, which is like, that's one choice. And then this is actually a 7-speed bicycle. So you can use all those speeds in regular mode like you do with the traditional, like the 10 speeds of our time. But then with that pedal assist, there's one little throttle right here. That's what gives you a little bit of help. But it can give you a lot of help if you need to. You can literally pick this up to 20 miles an hour. That's fast. That's a nice clip down any road or up a hill. That was another memory I had about the pedal assist that I liked so much. When back to Amicalola Falls, we went glamping, and to get out of our little space, it was a huge hill. It went almost straight up. This is why I got Tracy his own bike after this trip, because his bike, he was walking it up the hill, and I was just like. And I was
See you
off
later.
and running. It was, but it did make me realize, wow, he needs to have his own.
Yeah,
That's why I got him one for Christmas last year.
It's kind of funny too, because we have a bunch of bike clubs here in the Tampa Bay area, and everybody gets together on like a Friday night or Sundays, and there can be up to like 100 people riding their bikes together. It's so super cool. But you see the difference in bicycle riders versus e-bike riders, because the people who are e-bike riders have more of a constant smile on their face versus the bicycle riders who are after about 10, 15, 20 miles, that starts to set in, right? So it's really kind of funny to see the e-bike riders. They're talking to their friends riding next to them. Half the time they're pedaling, half the time their feet up like this, because they don't have to pedal, because you can use that full throttle mode or you can use the pedal assist mode, so you're using half of the energy that you need to, or you're not even using any energy at all, because remember, you don't have to pedal. Now, I want to show you the difference between, you know, look at this guy going up this like cool, fun thing, adventuring. You know, you got a couple right there along the waterfront. That reminds me of the St. Pete Pier, where my wife and I ride all the time. She absolutely loves getting on her bike. You know, she used to walk, but, you know, with it getting hot outside, it actually keeps her cool because she's got the wind keeping her cool as she's riding. And then we can do exactly that. We can stop off. Oh my gosh, look, hey, there's some manatees. You can't do that when you're in a car. You can't do that when you're in your SUV. Oh, look, there's some dolphins. Let's stop and pull over, take pictures. We can do that real quick because we're riding along the waterfront. But I want to show you how easy the bike is to use, okay? Now, I'm just sitting on the bike. This is my throttle right here, okay? Now, Callie showed you this earlier. Now, when I just gently hit that throttle, I'm gonna start to take off. Now, notice, my feet are not even on the pedals. I do not have to pedal because I'm gonna use this full throttle mode and I'm just gonna take off.
This is good,
oh, I gotta turn it on.
Turn it on. Takes a second. There you go.
1, 2, 3, it's already powered on. Now watch, I'm off. That's it, that's it.
No pedals.
Super simple, no pedals. Now, I wanna show you the pedal assist mode, okay? Now, with the pedal assist mode, I'm going to pedal. As I pedal 1.5 rotations, that motor's gonna kick in and you're gonna see me propel because that motor is gonna be doing half the work. So I'm gonna start it up here, okay?
Ready?
Now here we go. I'm gonna pedal just 1.5 rotations and then I'm gonna take my feet off the pedal so you can see it doing the work for me, okay? Here we go. Boom, see that? See that?
Yep.
I almost went right into Lori over there because that's the pedal assist mode. It's going to do half of that work for you. That's what I love because you can pedal and still get a workout, but at the same time, you don't have to use all of that energy that you normally would if you're on a traditional bicycle. And I love having options. And that's what we're paying for. Yes, this is a considerable purchase. Yes, you are spending money for an amazing valued product in an industry leader, which is the brand GoPower. But this is the GoPower Plus. This is their brand new model with all of the bells and whistles that you get, with 45 miles of a distance on a single charge, up to 20 miles an hour if you want to go that fast. You've got your built-in LCD display right here too as well. So it's going to show you all of the things that you need. It's going to show you your miles per hour. It's going to show you your trip counter.
I like that it's in color.
How far you've gone. Right, everything's vibrant. It shows you your battery life. I mean, I've still got 100% battery and I use this morning too.
I do too.
I mean, that's just insane. And remember, when it comes 100% assembled to your front door. You don't have to put a pedal on. You don't have to put a grip on. You don't need a screwdriver. You don't need an Allen wrench. Now, you still get one in case you want to tweak.
Cute.
Well, that to me, I'm a dad. I have put so many bikes together Christmas Eve in a very short period of time. So I am literally a professional at putting bikes together, okay? Keep in mind, I used to run a sporting goods franchise too as well, and we put hundreds of bikes together for our clients. That to me was the biggest selling feature. That to me was like I got it out of, and they didn't tell me. They didn't tell me because they wanted to surprise me. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. We're like, the pedals are already on it? Wait a minute. What, like, I don't have to put anything together.
What a treat.
That to me was huge.
What a treat.
If you watch the unboxing video on hsn.com, it's all of not even 5 minutes to get it out of the box, powered on, and you're already on the road on an adventure. That's how easy and simple it is.
Just
because,
like this.
Yeah, they don't, they want you to get out there and go and have some fun and create some memories. They don't want you to have to sit there for 30 minutes with a bunch of tools and try to hope that you can figure out how to put it together.
And that in and of itself is so valuable. But just the experiences, the memories that you're gonna have and create together or alone. I mean, seriously, if you do have a partner, you might wanna consider getting two because you're gonna have the best time and nobody's left behind. Everybody can keep up to the same pace. You can go fast, you can go slow, but you can go long distance on just one charge of the battery, and the battery is integrated right here. It's a very sleek looking design.
Yes.
You will love this. And I know we've sold out of that sand color. I'm so sorry. If you wait on the orange, I know you and Ty are coming up at noon with this.
Oh yeah.
There's less than 100 in the orange.
I hope we still have some bikes to ride at noon.
You'll have a few, but only maybe in the blue and the black. The black we bring in more. Quickly wanted to remind you, this weighs about 53 pounds, but
Right.
it holds 330 pounds.
Right. So
That's
you could have a linebacker riding on your shoulders, or like a small grizzly bear, just in case she wanted to, you know, tote around a grizzly bear.
I was ready to outrun that bear if one found me on that trail. I was all by myself. No, you can tell I love my e-bike. It's one of my favorite things to offer because I love exercise, I love fitness, but I love the outdoor adventures that you can have on this without being intimidated. You know what they say? It's like, if you can ride a bike, you know, it's like riding a bike. Anything you can do on a bike, you can take this anywhere. And that's the other beautiful part, is it is indeed an e-bike. It is that low-step, foldable e-bike bundle. You're getting the phone holder, you're getting that wonderful bag. This is the bag on the back side. So if you do go to an outing and you do pick up some fresh flowers at the market, or you do find some, you know, local honey and you want to, you know, load up the bag, you've got the bag, you get both front and rear fenders so you don't get all that mud and stuff kicked up into your face. I like this feature right here. I'm going to see if I can turn this into the camera. It's the front headlight. There's a front headlight, so you've always got the ability to be seen as you're coming. There's a reflector on the front and the back, and the cushy seat. Oh, is that the number?
There you go. Yep.
Okay. See that?
One click button, super easy, super simple. All of your controls are right here where Callie's left hand is, so everything is right here that she can control. So they made it extremely easy, so you never have to take your hands off the handlebars to do anything, which is safety first.
It's always safety first. Thus, wear a helmet. I highly recommend. If you
Shout out to the legal department.
Well, you know, it's one of those practical things that we all know. It's why we tell our children, wear your helmets,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
I'm just really excited about this particular bike today. Do we have time to go back and show you the power of that motor?
Yeah, absolutely. Let me ride on over.
Okay, we've got 2 minutes or so in this presentation. 898474 is the item number. Free shipping, whether it's sending this to your door or to somebody else's. You let us know where you want it to be sent. We'll do that, no charge to ship, and just $200 to get this on its way if you have a major credit card that you prefer. But with HSN card holders, don't forget 18 months of financing. We don't charge interest on those balance, you know, amounts. You pay $55, and I think it's 55 cents a month, starting right now, and then a year and a half from now, you haven't paid a dime in interest. Pay it off in full by that time. But boy, the whole time, can you imagine how many miles you're gonna have put on your bike by then? Probably a lot.
Right, yeah, exactly. You know, this is the cool part, right? This is where I bring a stationary bike stand so that because I can't really show this unless the wheel is elevated, right? So as I grab that throttle, you're gonna hear that motor go wee, right? So that's that 500 watts of power, right? That's what you hear. I'm gonna do it one more time, listen. That's that 500 watts of power pushing that bike forward for you. You know, it's really important that you do not get an e-bike that's under 500 watts. It's just, research has shown they're not strong enough. They don't last. They don't really probably have a very good warranty. They definitely probably don't have good customer service. 500 watts is basically kind of that industry standard across the board. And that's what's going to help you get, you know, to that 45 miles. That's what's going to help you get longevity in your e-bike. This is a considerable purchase. You're going to have this for years and years and create tons of memories with it and be able to go a lot of different places. You're also, you know, getting that 36-volt battery that rests inside of this aluminum alloy frame that you can take out and is rechargeable as well. So on a 4 to 5 hour charge, you're gonna get that 45 miles with that top speed of 20 miles an hour too, Callie.
I know our time is up. I could do this all day with you. This
Ditto.
is so much fun.
Let's go riding.
Oh my gosh, you will be riding before you know it, so give yourself a treat and take advantage of it. I know that it is our star of the day, and before I move into our next studio, you know who's joining me for the show, because guess what day it is? May the 4th be with you, my friend Ty Mayberry.
Yes, Callie, it is Star Wars Day, everybody. Come on in. How fun is this?